Hey guys, I'm doing Vampire Academy, and Liz isn't here because she went home. So I figured instead of Twilight 2, I would do Vampire Academy because she hasn't read this yet. So here we are. Vampire Academy is about a world of vampires that humans don't actually know about though. And there are Moroi, who are the good vampires, and they control elements like fire, earth, air, and wind. Wait, I said air and wind. No, it's fire, earth, air, and water. But Lisa, not the main character, but a close character. I forget what those are called. God, now I'm in advanced language arts. Lisa is, Rose is the main character's best friend. And she controls spirit, which no one really knows about. It's a forgotten element. But back to I'll get to that later. Strigoi are the evil vampires, which can be made two different ways. They're not born, they're made, by the way. They can't be born. A Moroi can drink somebody and kill them, which will destroy their soul and turn them into Strigoi. Or a Strigoi can bite you and give you their blood. And they can do it to anyone. Vampires, humans, or Moroi. So, the only ones who really have choices are Moroi. And that doesn't really happen often. Like, you don't really see it happen often. It's kind of a weird thing. Vampires are vampires and humans who originally had babies. And they became vampires, half humans, half vampires. But vampires and Moroi then started to have babies. Like, they just started, So, they became vampires instead of, it kind of adds up just half human, half vampire instead of, 3/4 something. Similar to donkeys, Or is it mules? I forget. So, Rose is a vampire, and you go to schools if you want. You don't have to, but most people do. Most vampires do. And you train to be a guardian, which protects Moroi from the Strigoi. Because Strigoi want to kill all Moroi because their blood apparently tastes better. I don't know what blood tastes like though, so I don't know which would be better. That was off topic. Anyway, so Rose and Lisa have run away from the academy because Rose is scared for Lisa because she's going kind of crazy. And so they're at this apartment living with Jeremy, I think. He's an insignificant character at this point, but yeah, he's their roommate, and they're going to college. So the Guardians are after them though from the school, and they've gotten them once before with pissy hounds. Pissy, I think they say it. I don't know. Is the P silent? I don't even know. Which are like these wolf hunting things, dogs. Don't even want to know how to describe that. And they used them to hunt Rose and Lisa. They actually didn't. The Guardians really didn't. But we find that out later. And Rose and Lisa... Lisa's having a bad dream. Rose is having a good dream. I'm not even going to get into Rose's dream. It was really stupid. But funny. Not stupid. This book was awesome. Anyway, Lisa's having a dream about the car crash that killed her parents and left her to be the last Dragomir. Because there's... Moroi have royals and non-royals. And there are 12 royal families, and each royal belongs to a family. And the Dragomirs are an ancient family, and they were probably like the best at one point, but now there's only one left, and it's kind of sad. And that's Lisa, by the way. And so because it wasn't her originally. She had a brother and a mother and a father, but they died in a car crash. It was really sad too. And she's having a dream about that, about them all there. And Rose died in the car crash too, but Lisa healed her with spirit by mistake, and it was an accident too. And Lisa didn't know it though, they don't know how to explain it. And Rose came back to life, so she shadow kissed Lisa and bound to her too. So shadow kiss means you've been touched by the dead, you touched death, and then you come back as from a spirit user. So your aura, I think it's how you say it, aura, is black. And Lisa's aura is gold. You find that out in Frostbite, the second book. And Lisa is a spirit user. Rose is also bound to her, which means that she can feel her emotions, which is really cool, I think. And she can go into Lisa sometimes if she's having a really bad, like if you really get a really big emotion. Later, Rose finds out how to do it, though. Like, just not even trying. Like, just go in. So then, Rose feels the dream before she hears it, because Rose, like, says, I felt her screams before I heard them, and then she wakes Lisa up, and Lisa's crying, and then they figure out Lisa needs another bite, because Rose has been feeding Lisa, which letting, Dampiers letting Moroi bite them is really taboo, apparently, and, like, that's only blood whores, which are Dampiers that let Moroi men have sex with them and then bite them during sex, which is, like, the dirtiest thing you can do, apparently. And then, so, Lisa bites Rose, and apparently that gives you a really good drug, like, state, and makes you feel really, really good. I don't know exactly how to describe it. It's like you do a drug, and then that's it. And Strigoi, it's better, but, yeah. So, Lisa leaves, and to go get Rose some juice, and Rose stays there and looks out the window, and she sees this man, and then she freaks out because she figures out he's a guardian, and, like, he's come for them. So she runs downstairs, and they steal Jeremy's keys. Well, steal, because Lisa uses compulsion to take them, so he's not really, like, complaining or anything, but, yeah. So they're running to his car to get in, and the guardians catch up with them, and, the guardian Rose saw is right there, and she's like, don't touch Lisa, and he's like, I'm not gonna do anything, and, like, she, like, tries to attack him, but she's been out of school so long, because that's where they learn to fight, so she can't really do anything, and he, like, doesn't hurt her, though, and then she, like, falls, and then he's like, my name is Dmitry Belikov, I'm here to take you back to the academy. And after that, it's basically he separates them so they can't escape off the plane. And then they get there, and then they go to Kuroba's office, and she wants to keep Lisa, but I thought that was really unfair. Like, Lisa did something wrong, and Rose did the exact same thing, and Lisa had been the one who wanted to go, really. Well, not really, but Lisa said she was. And Kuroba wants to get rid of Rose, though. But they convince her because Dmitry notices they have a bond, which no one else knows about, and he tells them. So now everybody knows that they have a bond, and they convince Kuroba to let her stay, but she's on probation, so she can't, like, go into any public places, and she has to kind of walk straight in there. Oh, and she has to take training classes with Dmitry, so Dmitry has to teach her how to fight. And she learns later from her friend Mason that he's, like, really, really good at fighting. And she's kind of like, wow. And so she's staying. And then she's, like, after that, it's not much happens, really, for a while. She kind of figures out more about spirit because the St. Vladimir, the school's namesake, had a shadow kiss named Anna. And they both committed suicide and died, and it was really sad. We actually don't find out Anna committed suicide until Shadow Kissed. So that's what Rose freaks out about then, but not now. She's freaking out about Lisa dying, and Lisa's developing a crush on Christian Ozura, who is this kid whose parents became Strigoi, and then his parents came to get him, and the Guardians came in right then and killed them, and it was really, like, and everyone judges him and thinks he's going to become a Strigoi soon, which he's not. I mean, he actually fights later with Rose, Strigoi with his firebending, because he's a firebender, and I said firebender, didn't I? That sounded like Avatar, The Last Airbender. I'm sorry. I was watching that earlier. So, where was I? Yeah. He's a firebender, and he's really good with killing Strigoi, but everyone thinks he's gonna, turn. But like Rose tells Lisa to stay away from him because he's dangerous. Because Rose is stereotyping him at first, but she doesn't listen. And then people start after that. Oh wait, Rose is developing a crush on Dimitri too, which is kind of bad because they're 7 years apart. He's 24, she's 17, and they can't be together because it's a teacher-student relationship. So it's like she doesn't. It's like a small crush, when you have a crush on somebody who's way older than you, and she doesn't think it's really going to develop anything more at that point. And then somebody starts leaving dead animals, and notes, threatening notes in Lisa's dorms and stuff. And it's really freaking her out, and she's going really crazy, and she's like cutting herself again, and it's really bad. But Rose isn't going to tell anybody. So yeah, it gets to that. And then Mia is Aaron, Lisa's old boyfriend that they broke up, and she's like the girlfriend of him now, and she's like really mean to Lisa and Rose, and we find out that's because Lisa's boyfriend used her, and Rose is really mean back to her, and they almost get in a fight and everything. But then Lisa and Rose, apparently Lisa cuts herself really, really bad, like really bad, and Rose like tells them she's been cutting herself, and then Lisa gets really, really mad at Rose because she wasn't supposed to tell anybody, but she was just protecting Lisa. And they get in a fight, so they're not talking anymore, and they go to a dance, and she ignores her. But then Mia tries to attack Lisa at the dance, and tries to reveal she's cutting herself to everyone at school, so Rose breaks her nose. Then, apparently Victor Dashkov, Lisa's kind of uncle, has bought Rose this necklace, and this compels Rose to almost have sex with Dimitri, which is really messed up. And then Victor kidnaps Lisa, and they have to go rescue her, and he wants to keep her so she can heal him because he's dying of a disease. And after that, they get back and save Lisa, and Victor has his daughter, Natalie, turn into Strigoi and attack Rose, and Dimitri kills Natalie, and Dimitri finally admits he loves Rose to her, and that they can never be together though, and he tells her, we can never be together. And Victor's imprisoned, apparently, and Natalie dies, and one of the teachers died too, because that's who Natalie fed off of to turn Strigoi. And Rose finds out that you can't, the charm wouldn't have worked if Dimitri and her weren't attracted to each other, so that's how she finds out Dimitri's attracted to her, and then he asks him the question. So, she's trying to figure out the whole thing, because she's gotten more and more in love with him over the thing, and then it's she thinks she's really in love with him then, and she thinks it's still going on, the charm, and she's talking to Victor in a cell right before Natalie attacks her, and he tells her, it couldn't have worked, not if you aren't attracted to each other. If he wasn't attracted to you, it would not have worked. And then Lisa starts dating Christian, too, by the way, right after that, and they become friends again, because Rose saved her life. And Christian helped, too. Christian helped save his life. And what else happens after that? I think that's pretty much it. That's the entire book. It was a really good book. It was a really good series, too. I'm probably going to do a Frostbite soon, which I like that book, too, because we get a new guy in there. And then, yeah, and Dimitri and them grow more together. And it was a pretty good book. I would recommend it. It was really good.
He starts to notice empty bottles of gin and takes a moment to assess the sin she's paid for.